What up, though? There's nobody who's somebody, Penelopia.
And I'm Kevin Johnson, here to give you just one man's opinion. And welcome to
Unsolicited Advice.
Yeah, we back at it again. Oh my God, back at it again. Still back at it again. But you know how we do. Normally, we start our shows off with our Bible verse. So let me go ahead and dive into the scripture, which is Psalm 62, verse 7 and 8. And it reads, "My salvation and my honor depend on God. He is my mighty rock, my refuge. Trust in him at all times. You people, pour out your hearts to him, for God is our refuge."
Hey.
That's right. That's what it is. And it's really troubling now because we're about a week, maybe a week and some change removed from the verdict of Breonna Taylor's killers. I will say allegedly, but she was killed. Yeah. And there was no charges filed for the 3 police officers who broke into her house with a no-knock warrant for apartment. And it kind of leaves the community feeling undervalued. I mean, I want to say the Black community. Of course, poor people are mostly the victims of, the police brutality, and of course being locked up and incarcerated unjustly. But the Black community, it's been a way where people just feeling like we're undervalued.
Yeah, the part that gives me is that for the limited knowledge that I have, if somebody has a search warrant, that means that they already did an investigation. And obviously you didn't do a good investigation because you would have known that that person that you consider her being associated with was her ex-boyfriend.
Right.
So the person you should have been looking at is him.
Right.
Okay, she was just associated, but she's not associated. And then I don't understand this no-knock policy.
Which I'm hoping they get that, they're looking at abolishing that.
Yeah, because that's ridiculous. Because you want to talk about the fact that the officer was shot. What do you think is going to happen when you kick somebody's door down and they're asleep or they're startled?
Right.
They're going to, and then my thing is, if you did all your investigation, then you would have known that she had a current boyfriend. You would have known her current boyfriend had a CCW.
Yep.
So there's a possibility that there would have been a weapon in their house. Now that's just a possibility because the person's house or apartment that you was going to was hers.
Right.
But
not the associate.
Right.
Not the guy the assailant you guys are looking for. Which they already had in custody at a different precinct.
So why were you messing with her? And then you want to justify because your officer was shot, that's the reason why you retaliated with fire. But what happened to you supposed to still have sight on your target? That is crazy. Nobody should be in their bed, sleep, and have to worry about being shot. Or the fact that you think that is in a human safety right, that you could kick somebody's door and don't think that they're not going to defend themselves.
Yeah, because, no matter what, in the hood, you would do it just not right now. Where you stay, where I stay. You know what I'm saying? Somebody come in the door, they weren't invited clearly. Anybody kicks in the door. And that's what the big speculation is as far as why they're not being prosecuted. For one, with a no-knock warrant, you don't necessarily have to announce yourself as police, which is why that needs to be abolished, because there's no telling. I can't tell you're police from
Joe Blow on the street.
Yeah, Joe Blow trying to break in and do me some harm.
But the thing is, okay, you found nothing in that place. No drugs, no nothing or whatever. Nothing. So the question is, what was the warrant for? Because again, it was an association or who she used to be associated with or whatever. So this person died on your assumption, so you didn't do a proper investigation. And then the reason why people keep telling you to say Breonna Taylor, to say her name, because the way you have it in the court filing proceedings, you keep saying extreme indifference to human life. Really? Indifference? You killed her. Murder.
Right.
You know, my thing is, I don't understand why you couldn't approach a person. Can you come down to the precinct to ask her some questions and stuff like that? Why are you doing all this sneaky stuff or whatever?
Or at
it's
least
like,
you should have had eyes on them. If this is someone you've been tracking down, like I've seen First 48 a lot, and they be like, "Look here, we got eyes on them." Then everybody get in the car and they zooming. Now I'm sure that's not the case every time, and maybe this is one of those times where it's not. But it's too much, especially the fact that the one charge that any of the 3 officers got was because he shot his gun and it went through the wall, which possibly could have endangered someone else.
Yeah, they call it endangerment in the first degree. When under circumstances manifesting an extreme indifference to life. He shot the gun into an apartment. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's just crazy. So you got one situation over here where somebody gets shot on their couch eating ice cream. You got this person, and then she had no medical attention whatsoever. Now, granted, they said, you know, she probably died within, seconds.
Well, from what I heard, it was like 20 minutes before she got any medical attention. And if you consider George Floyd had knee on his neck for 9 minutes, and that was entirely too long. She had 6 bullets in her. 6 bullets in her, and then 20 minutes before anyone could give her any medical attention. It's not right.
No, it's ridiculous, and it's sad, and it's like, you're supposed to serve and protect. You didn't serve nobody in this, and you didn't protect anybody in this. So
they had to never take the boyfriend to jail.
Yeah,
because he defended himself, and and I'm so happy that this young brother, he was clean. His gun was in his name. There was no drugs found. What I don't understand, this is what upsets me, is like, we have the technology. We have the technology for body cams. Why are there no body cam footage? Come on. It's somehow body cam footage of the officers when they got there after. So how are these 3 people, these 3 officers who's doing this no-knock warrant, suddenly on the same day, at the same time, not have body cams on?
It just seems shady all around. And at the end of the day, what about the trauma? Because even if she wasn't killed, the fact that if somebody is asleep and they are woken up to a extreme banging or their door being kicked in, and the fact that you put him in jail after this person has done everything right, done all his I's crossed, all his T's, you cannot be a felon and have a CCW. So that right there tells you he is a good citizen. And you do this to this person. So yes, he got off, but it still don't change the fact what you put him through and the fact that he has to mourn his girlfriend for the rest of his life. And it just don't make no sense, because wasn't she a medical person?
Yeah.
So if you did your diligence, then this girl was doing something for her life.
Yeah, ain't too many CNA trap queens. You know what I'm saying? That's not a common narrative. You gonna pick a lane, bro. So it's just it's a tragedy, and it makes it really difficult for us to believe in this justice system.
Did she have kids?
I don't think she had kids. Because believe me, that definitely would have been the narrative. They would have put, her kids, I think, at least on display. Like, you left this woman, you left this child motherless. But that is still someone's daughter. That may be someone's cousin, someone's sister, someone's neighbor, someone's friend.
Right, I was just thinking that. But when I think about it, a long, long time ago, when I had property, I had a 2-family flat. And I remember waking up to my house being ricocheted. Because my 2-family, I was upstairs and I had a tenant downstairs, and then you had a hallway and then a regular door. So I'm on my couch bed in the living room, and I just see my windows shaking. I go down the stairs and there's a gun in my face. And I straight up said, this is my house. I'm the owner. And he's just like, go back upstairs. We are looking for somebody that is in an apartment down here. Now, the person that I rented to was a woman. Who they was looking for was her boyfriend. And somehow he went in the basement and pushed down the partition wall from her basement to my basement, went up my back stairs, and went up to my door to my attic. And because he was short or whatever, I guess he can crawl down or something. Right. So when I go to the police to say, okay, you gonna repair the damage, they try to say I was harboring a fugitive or whatever. And it's like, that's not who I rented to. And then my thing is, if you had did your research, you would have known I was the owner. You didn't give me no privy to this information or whatever. And you just, kicked my door in. Right. But my thing is, you put a gun in my face. So is that how y'all go? This is what you do? Because you are on some type of mission or whatever? What about human life, human decency, period, all around? And I, thinking about, Breonna Taylor, I didn't think nothing of it. And I filed a report and nothing happened. And I was like 18, 19 when that happened, when I was a homeowner and stuff. And they did nothing about it. My insurance company is the one who, fixed the door and stuff like that. But just that simple. If you know it's a 2-family flat, there's 2 different people living there. What if I wasn't living there? What if I had another tenant and you put a gun in my face? So I don't understand your procedures and stuff of why you think this is okay, because you're trying to meet a quota or, you're trying to get a takedown and stuff. At the end of the day, everybody are human beings. And would you want somebody doing that to you? Exactly. Would you want somebody kicking your door in?
Exactly.
Would your wife, girlfriend, daughter, sister, whatever, child, would you want them being shot in their bed? It's like, do y'all think about those things? So I don't know how this is going to change. You could have all the marshes in the world, whatever. So I just wish there would come a conclusion to this, because it's 2020. We should not still be going through this.
Right. Yep. So, at the end of the day, man, just one man's opinion. Stop killing us, man.
Yeah. I would like to live. Like, what would you like to do today? Live.
That's all.
See tomorrow. I'm scared every single day when my son leaves out this house. Yeah. And I don't know what it is to be a male. But, I have to let him, breathe and let him live or whatever. But I am scared every time he leaves here and he goes to work or he goes to the grocery store. Nobody should have to live in fear every single day, especially against the people who are supposed to serve and protect us. It has to stop. I don't know how it's going to stop, but it needs to stop. So say her name and everybody else's name. But right now, we're talking about Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor. That's this week's Unsolicited Advice.
Peace.